Hi, welcome to Block 3, Multiplying and Dividing Fractions, Lesson 8. In your previous lesson, you learned how to understand and use the reciprocal. In today's lesson, you would learn to divide any pair of fractions. Before we start, I would like you to pause the video and answer these retrieval practice questions. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered the retrieval practice questions to get you ready for learning, here are the answers. What is the reciprocal of 9? So by now, I'm sure you know how to write the reciprocal. 9 is the same thing as 9 over 1 because 9 over 1 is also 9, if you recall from our previous lesson. So if we apply the principle of reciprocal, which I made simple by telling you you just need to flip the fraction, 9 over 1 is actually 1 over 9. And then the reciprocal of 1 over 9 is 9, because if we flip this fraction, 9 will go to the top and 1 will come to the bottom. And of course, 9 over 1 is same thing as 9. The reciprocal of 7 over 9, of course, will be 9 over 7. Here for question 4, we're asked to do some substitution. So we're being asked what is the value of x divided by y. But we've been given what the value of x is. X is 15, y is 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Let's do some new learning for this lesson. What do you notice about these calculations? Well, notice that we have here, we're dividing by 1/5, and this is the same as multiplying by 5. And it's the same for 18 divided by half here, 15 divided by 5 here, and 2/5 divided by 1/5. Well, I'm sure you recall from our previous lesson this concept which we learned, that dividing by a fraction, by a number, is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. And then dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. Well, if we apply that knowledge which we learned in our previous lesson, then 5 divided by 2/3 can be written as 5 times 3 over 2. Why? Because the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. So our calculation becomes this. And by now, we know how to multiply fractions with integers. We know we simply do 5 times 3 divided by 2, which will be 15 over 2. And of course, we can write that as a mixed number because 15 divided by 2 will be 7 lots of 2. That's what we can get in 15. And we have a remainder 1. So that will be 7, 1 over 2. What about this one? Remember the concept, the second concept, which are related. And the concept is dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So this calculation becomes multiplying by 3 over 2 because the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. So 5 over 9 times 3 over 2. By now, I'm sure you remember how to multiply fractions. If you don't remember, you can refer to our Year 7 lesson. We'll simply do 5 times 3 and 9 times 2. And that becomes 15 over 18, which we can simplify by dividing by the highest common factor, which is 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. So our answer becomes 5/6. What about this one? Remember, dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So what is the reciprocal of 5? Of course, 5 is the same as 5 over 1. So if we flip 5 over 1, we'll have 1 over 5. So our calculation becomes 2/3 times 1/5. And we know that we can multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. That is how we multiply fractions. And that becomes 2/15. If you're enjoying your learning, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell so that when new videos are released, you will be notified. By all means, don't be selfish. Share it with your friends and others you think can benefit from this video. Thank you. It's now time for you to practice what you've learned, so pause the video and answer questions 1 and 2 in 3 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered questions 1 and 2, here are the answers. For question 1, we're asked to complete the calculation. Now, this is the same thing as doing 6 times 3, which is 18, because the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3/1, or 3/1 is the same thing as 3. Here, 6 divided by a quarter is same thing as 6 times 4/1. 4/1 is same thing as 4, so that's 24. Here, let's call her Rosie. She says to divide a number by a fraction, you multiply by its reciprocal. Of course, she's right, and this is what she's done. So using Rosie's methods, here are the answers, so you can mark your work and celebrate your success. So I'm going to make a comment on a few of them. So for the first one, 2/3 times 6/1 is 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 1 is 3. So this is the same thing as 12 divided by 3, which is 4. I'm going to make a comment on E, and then we'll move on. I'll leave you to check your work and answer and mark your work and celebrate your success for the other ones. So I'll make a comment on E, and I'll make a comment on H. So here we have 3/5 times 4/3. So 12/15 will simplify dividing by the highest common factor, which is 3. 12 divided by 3 will be 4, and 15 divided by 3 will be 5. For this one, this will become 3/4 times 16/11. Now, there is something I want to show you which we have done in year 7 or earlier on. Instead of multiplying these large numbers and then having to think about how to do this, we can divide by 4, because we can cross simplify up, down, or that way diagonally. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 16 divided by 4 is 4. So you can see why we have 12/11 as our answer. And then 12 divided by 11 is 1, remainder 1. So our answer will be 1/111. Pause the video and answer question 3 in 3 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered the questions, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. So here, let's call him Dexter. He says to divide a pair of fractions, convert them so they have the same denominators and then divide the numerators. Well, that is one way of actually dividing fractions. So we're being asked to use Dexter's method to work out these calculations. So using Dexter's method, you're going to have these answers. That's not to say the method used earlier would not work, but this is another approach to working dividing fractions. So you convert them so they have the same denominator, which is what he's done here. And then you can simply just divide the numerators. So if we were to use that for this one, I'm just going to comment on the first two. We're going to have to make this 6. All right. So if we make this 6, so this we'll have to multiply by 2. So that will be 4/6 divided by 1/6. And then 4 divided by 1 is 4. This one, we have to make this 6. So we have, to make it 6, we have to multiply this by 2. So that will be 4 over 6. Of course, 1 divided by 4. Okay, so it becomes this. So 1 divided by 4 is a quarter, 1 over 4. This one, if we use the same approach, this is 5 over 1. Okay, so 5 over 1, if we want to make it, if we want to remember what we learned earlier, an integer is the same thing as that integer divided by 1. So if we want to make the denominator 10, we have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 10. So this is like this if we actually want to rewrite this. So this is the same thing as 50 over 10 divided by 3 over 10. Now 50 divided by 3 is 16 times, because 3 times 16 is 48. Our remainder will be 2, so we'll write 16 2/3. So you, by all means, you can check your answers for the others and celebrate your success. Let's look at a new learning for the second part of this lesson. How would we do this calculation given that x is 0.5 and y is 0.4? Well, if we want to work out x divided by y, we have to write them as fractions. So because we've been told to give our answer as a fraction, we have to rewrite x, which is 0.5, as a half. And y, which is 0.4, is 4 over 10. Okay, so y is 4 over 10, is 4/10, which if we simplify will give us 2/5. Now we can write our calculations. Remember, this line represents division. So we can write x, which is a half, divided by 2/5, which is y. This line in maths represents division. I'm sure you know that from year 7. And of course, remember, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. And that makes our calculation super easy now, because we can simply multiply the numerators and we'll have 5 over 4, which if we write it as a mixed number will be 1 over 4. Because 5 divided by 4 will only go 1 times, or just 1, and then our remainder is 1, which you can write as 1 over 4. It's now time for you to pause the video and practice what you've learned. Pause the video and answer questions 5 and 6 in 3 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered the questions, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. So here you were asked 3 divided by 0.2. 3 divided by 0.2 is the same thing as 3 divided by 2/10. Okay, 0.2 is 2 over 10. And we know that it's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So this becomes 3 times 10 over 2, which is 30, divided by 2, which will be 15. This is the same thing as 6 divided by 4 over 10. And then it's the same thing as, remember, to divide by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So this becomes 6 times 10 over 4. Of course, 60 divided by 4 will be 15. And it's the same approach that's being used here. So you were asked to convert both decimals into fractions to complete the calculations. So by now you should remember the equivalent fractions of these decimals, because we've worked with them in year 7. And these should be your answers. So for this one, just to make a comment on this, A and B, 0.75 is 3 over 4 divided by a quarter, because 0.25 is a quarter. This is the same thing as 3 over 4 times 4 over 1. Of course, 12 divided by 4 will be 3 because 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. So this is 12 over 4, which is 3. For this one, we know when we learned about thousands in year 7, we know that 0.125 is 125 over 1000, which is 1/8. So you know your eighths and thousands. So this will be half times 8 over 1, because we know dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal. So 8 divided by 2 will be 4. So this will become 8 over 2, which is 4. So mark your work and celebrate your success as you view the other answers. Pause the video and answer question 7 in 3 minutes. Assuming you've paused the video and you've answered question 7, here are the answers. Let's discuss them. So for question 7, you were asked to circle the calculation in each set that gives a different answer. So this would require you to go through the calculations using your knowledge, and you would find that these are the ones that will give different answers compared to the other calculations there. For question 8, we're going to discuss it real quick. So for question 8, here you're asked to work out these values if x is half, y is 3 over 4, and z is 4 over 5. So by now, all you have to do is just to do your substitution, and then your answers will just spring right at you. So I'm going to make a comment on E and F only. So x is half, so we write half. Remember, in algebra, when we write letters next to each other, they're multiplying each other. So that will be half times 3 over 4, okay, times 4 over 5. Now we have 3 fractions. They can simply multiply each other. But before we even do that, we can cross simplify. 4 can divide 4, which will be 1. So our calculation simplifies to be 3 times 1, which is 3, and then 2 times 5 for the denominator, which is 3 over 10. For this one, we're going to have half times, because x is half times y, which is 3 over 4. Okay, we do the numerator first, and then it's being divided by 4 over 5. So if we do the numerator, we'll have 3 over 8. Okay, that's the numerator. Remember, this line represents division, divided by 4 over 5. Okay. Now remember that dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So this becomes 3 over 8 times 5 over 4. So you can see why your calculation will be 15 over 32. And you can see it right there. And that brings us to the end of our lesson. So in this lesson, you have learned to divide any pair of fractions using, again, your knowledge of reciprocal. Well done for sticking around, for taking your learning seriously. Until next time, take care of yourself, and bye-bye.